Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and oh my gosh, Xenoblade Chronicles is releasing again, and I could not be more excited. Yes, it was announced that Xenoblade Chronicles will be getting a remake, and it will be coming to the Switch as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I reacted to the Direct and flipped as soon as I knew what I was looking at. If you want to watch my entire reaction to that Direct, then there is a card in the top right corner. I could not be happier that Xenoblade is coming back around again. It is amazing and deserves all the attention that it's getting. Xenoblade Chronicles was released for the Wii in North America on April 6th, 2012. This game is so amazing that if you look up Xenoblade Chronicles review scores, they're all near perfect, if not perfect scores. Something that the game very much deserves in my opinion. Xenoblade Chronicles actually got more releases than just the Wii. It was ported to the new 3DS and was also put up for purchase on the Wii U eShop. Now I own the Wii and the new 3DS versions. Other than adding little things like amiibo support, the 3DS version is just a port. The really cool thing about this port, however, was that it was portable. The fact they got the game to run on the new 3DS at all was amazing in itself. But the game definitely took a very large hit in terms of visuals. The game became super blurry and wasn't the easiest thing to look at in some areas of the game. Because of this, it really feels as though the game went through a downgrade, and even though it was portable, it was a shame that the new version we got wasn't able to come with the visual overhaul that a lot of fans were hoping for. Xenoblade Chronicles being remade for the Switch is amazing because we will finally be getting that upgrade and visual overhaul that the game so desperately deserves. It is so nice that there will be an easier way for people to access this game because the Wii version can be a little difficult to track down. And if you find it, then there's a good chance that you'll be paying quite a bit for it. The 3DS version also had a limited print, and so buying a physical copy of that game can be difficult as well. Digital is easy for the 3DS, but I've seen a lot of people turn away from it after seeing the visual downgrade that version got. It'll be nice for this game to be available for a console that is so popular along with its visual upgrades. And yes, by the way, you better believe that I am going to own this game 3 times. I will be buying it again on the Switch, and I cannot wait. This game is that amazing and does deserve that much attention and praise. The story of Xenoblade Chronicles is amazing. If you haven't played it, then I don't want to spoil anything for you. I won't be getting into it, but I will recommend the game to you in a heartbeat. In my opinion, it is one of the best JRPGs I have ever played, and that's saying something. The game is amazing, it's funny at times, it's thought-provoking, emotional, epic. The game's atmosphere and tone are perfect in all of its different areas. The music in this game, oh my god. This game has one of the best video game soundtracks ever. I have no problem saying that. Also, I know for a fact that I'm not alone on this. The English voice acting is amazing, and Shulk's voice actor made some of these scenes for me. He did a fantastic job. Xenoblade Chronicles has one of the best performances I have ever heard in a video game. I was utterly blown away. So shout out to Shulk's voice actor Adam Howden for such an amazing performance. All this, and I haven't even talked about the gameplay, which I think is a very interesting and entertaining system, by the way. Plus, the battles gave us lines like Rhine time, and how Shulk is really feeling it. You know what I mean? Anyway, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is going to be a remake. There was some debate over whether this was a remake or remaster, but just looking at it, you can tell that this is much more than just a remaster. This game looks so much closer to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 than the actual first game. But let's take a look at some screenshots first. Let's take a quick look at the game. So here's the first one. Here's the first shot of Shulk that we all got to see. Big jump in visuals here. Shulk looks amazing, and I love what they did to his hair. Now there's been some debate about styles when it comes to this remake. Let's take a look at another shot while I get into this. Here's a comparison of Fiora. She looks amazing as well. I love that they are able to add more emotion and detail to their faces. I was actually kind of worried that they weren't going to be able to do that as well when I saw the trailer initially, but obviously I had nothing to worry about. So there was talk about Xenoblade Chronicles having a more realistic look to it, while Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is kind of more on the anime side of things. Not as realistic, and took a huge turn away from the original style. Because of this, people are saying that they like how Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition looks, but they aren't liking the direction they went with it. They think it's pretty, but they don't agree with the direction. It doesn't mean that they don't like it. I 100% see where these people are coming from. There's truth to what they're saying because this definitely looks a lot closer to the second game than the first, but I personally think they did a great job at making the game look incredible without actually making it look too much like the second game. Take a look at these pictures. This is Shulk in the Definitive Edition trailer compared to Shulk as he appears in the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think they both look pretty good, but I also think they look very different style-wise. Shulk in the second game fits the second game, while the Definitive Edition Shulk does look different to me. I think that when we're able to see more, that this remake will start looking like an upgraded Xenoblade and not just Xenoblade in the second game's engine. There's definitely a different style that they're keeping for this game compared to the second one. But that's just what I think. I'm in love with how this game is looking and I can't wait to see more. Speaking of seeing more, Xenoblade has some amazing areas that looked beautiful in the original, and now that the game is getting remade, I am beyond excited to see some of my favorite areas redone. Two locations that immediately jump into my mind are Gar Plain, because that is a huge, beautiful open area and is really the first big open location that you get to see, not to mention that music. And of course, Valak Mountain, which is one of the most beautiful areas in the game, especially at night when all those crystals light up. I cannot wait to see that area remade. It's going to look absolutely stunning. Now this is the definitive edition, which also usually means new content. We don't have much of an idea as to what's going to be added, but there has been some info floating around the internet that people are very happy about. In the original game, the map was actually missing a location, and that is the Bionis' shoulder. This area was actually shown off in cutscenes in the original game, but you weren't ever able to visit the area unless you used cheats. The area is in the game's code, so it's possible to hack into and walk around in it. At the very end of the Definitive Edition trailer, a brand new area was shown off, and it looks very similar to the Bionis' shoulder, which means that they are remaking the shoulder, and we're going to have a brand new area to explore and run around in. This also means that there's a lot of potential here. An entire new area means that there's lots of room for new content. This game is packed with content already, and I see the potential for lots of new enemies, quests, cutscenes, and, what I'm hoping for the most, a really cool, special boss battle. That's all I can think of when I hear about this new area. I want a really special and cool boss battle. Maybe one that appears after the story? Or even in a New Game Plus file, you know? Like a character from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That would be super cool. I love when games have cameo fights that involve characters from other games in the same series. It's such a cool addition, and I would love to see it appear in this definitive edition. I mean, we have the room for it now. We have a whole new shoulder to work with here. However, even if we don't get a cameo fight, then hey, at least we get a new area. I know that at the very least, it'll be super pretty and fun to explore. I am so incredibly excited for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition to come out for the Switch. I was not expecting this at all. I really thought that Xenoblade Chronicles X was going to get a port first, but I was definitely wrong. This version of Xenoblade is going to be the one. I'm finally going to 100% this game. I swear this time. But anyway, what do you think about this announcement? What do you think about the Definitive Edition? What are you hoping for when it comes to new content that may appear in this game? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Down in the description there are links to my Patreon, my Discord, and my Twitter, so go check them out if you're interested. I want to give a huge thank you to all my wonderful patrons. Their names are down in the description as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.